This is Dr. Olonita Oluwatosin Air of the Quest Coaching Company. Thanks for tuning in. It's my pleasure to have you guys on here. I'm excited. I'm so excited. This is really, really beautiful. This is beautiful. And this is a dream come true. We've always wanted to do this. We've always wanted to share our body of knowledge. We've always wanted to impact others with our knowledge, one person at a time, making the world a better place. Yes. All right, so we'll just wait for a while. We want others to join in. Thanks for tuning in. This is Dr. T of Quest Coaching Company. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just let me know where you're logged in from. What's the name and where are you logged in from? Hi, I'm Dr. T. I'm logged in from Nigeria. Let me know the country where you're logged in from. What part of the world are you joining us from? All right. Okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay. All right. Just taking some moments to settle in. All right. Taking some moments to settle in and be acquainted with ourselves. Yeah, that's amazing. All right. All right. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, guys. Let's see if I need an extra layer. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay. All right, guys, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. This is Quest Coaching Company. Yay, amazing to have you wonderful people on air joining us on this live session. All right, so please let me know where you're tuned in from, your name and where you're tuning in from. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Okay. So Quest Coaching Company, what are we about? Yes, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I see you. What are we about? So the word quest, it means adventure. It means on a joining. It means searching for something. It means looking, trying to piece together, the different pieces to make a whole. All right, and we are a purpose development and a purpose discovery company. I'll take that again. We're a personal development and a purpose discovery company. So what we do is we help people in personal development as well as in corporate development of your corporate organizations, like your company, your businesses, your enterprises, as well as we help people unravel the concept of purpose. A lot of people, I've had a lot of conversations with people, and there's always this conversation about, their purpose in life, what they want to do, what does it mean, and why are they the way they are, what's the job they're supposed to be doing. They are not fulfilled with what they are doing. They want to be fulfilled. How can they join in from the place of just being a regular worker to being fulfilled at what they do, which is purpose discovery. So it goes beyond, I have a job. Is the job fulfilling? How does the job meet your emotional needs? Do you feel you are fulfilling the purpose for which you're created? Doing that. Beyond the job, the things you do, the things your core values. Does the reality of your life, does it align with the core value that makes you you? So that's purpose discovery. So we help you to unpack, we help individual to unravel the concept, all right, the mystery of purpose. It shouldn't be so tough. It shouldn't be so, oh, something vague. I remember asking a dear friend one time, like a year ago or so. I said, oh, what's your purpose? He just went, I don't really know. I'm talking about a 20-something, someone in his mid-20s. He should be close to 30. He was confidently telling me he doesn't know his purpose. I don't know how to feel about it. I tried to have a conversation with him, but it was like, this is all too deep. Let's just live life, wake up, sleep, have a good job, I party, have a good time, and I'm good, But I feel from conversing with him, he seems to have quite a fulfilling life, but he actually hasn't put a concrete structure to it that, oh, this is purpose for me. All right. But for me, I could piece it together. I could say, oh, this guy is actually working in purpose, but he could not put it together in a concrete format to say, oh, this is my purpose. And it was really interesting because you should know your purpose. So that way you'll be able to accept things that aligns with them and say no to things that do not align with them. So this is the background. This is us running through what Quest Coaching Company, what we do. We do a lot more than that, but that's the core of what we do. We help you unravel who you are as a person. We help develop the essence of your person, personal development. We help in development, nation development, organization development, corporate development, as well as in unraveling the concept of purpose. Simply put, purpose discovery. So you're welcome on this journey with us. And it's my greatest honor to be your coach on this platform. So thank you. So today, drumroll, the very, very, very important conversations that everyone loves to talk about. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Ego. O. I don't know what Hausa calls money. I don't know that. I think that's the 3 languages I know how to call money in. Yoruba calls it owo, Igbo calls it ego, and English, money. So our topic, our conversation for tonight is how to make more money, right? How to make more money. And the good book says, scripture says, money answereth all things. That's a very deep one there. Money answereth all things. That means money is essential. Money is necessary. Money is important, right? It's money that does baby girl. It's money that does fine face. It's money that does a trip to Miami, vacation in Zanzibar. It's even the basics. Taking care of yourself, having a good roof over your head, keeping the lights on in your house, sending your children, your words to the best schools to develop the potentials in them, for them to become the best of who God has created them to be. Setting up that business, you need capital, right? So money is important. Yeah. So how do you make more money? But before you make more, you first have to make money, like the base level. Then you move to making more. So in making more, I love to always have this conversation with people that your why must be a very responsible why. You want to make money. That's beautiful. Why do you want to make money? Hello, I see your comments in this I'm seeing your comments. Thank you. Hello, hi, Gafa, how you doing? Let me know where you guys are logged in from. It looks like Indian. Are you logged in from India? So why do you want to make more money? Why do you want to make more money? What's so fantastic that you want to do with it? Yes, aside you want to live a very good life. Enjoyment is at the core of it, yes. But why do you want to make more money? And this brings us back to purpose. That's why I'm saying, like, I had to first put that out there, what we do as a coaching company, for you to understand why we're bringing this all important topic of how to make money, how to make more money. It's because your desire to have more wealth is tied, strongly, firmly tied to your purpose, to your essence, to who you are as a person, to what you represent as a whole. What you represent as a whole largely influences why you want to make the money, why you want to make more of it, beyond basic survival, beyond, oh, you have the basic needs of life, which is roof over your head, food in your belly, clothes on your back. Those are the three essential needs of man, right? Food, shelter, and clothing. So beyond those basic needs, the extra sources, the extra income you're looking at having, what are they for? What are they for? What are you going to be using them for? What do you want to use them for? Why is it so important that you have them? What are you going to be using that extra funds for? And that comes back to purpose. Who are you? What have you been created to do on earth? What is your purpose on earth? Why are you here? The extra money that you're going to have, what is it going to be used for? Because that would really fuel your passion. It will help you stay in the grind. It would give a sense to it. It will give solid meaning to the quest to be wealthy. It will give a solid reason to why you want more money. So find purpose first. And when the extra funds comes, you're not confused. Your mind is not everywhere buying what you don't need. You already have a plan. There's a blueprint. There's a framework for which that money is going to be used for. And beyond having it, beyond the enjoyment, beyond the comfort of life that it gives you, there is fulfillment to it. Your life would not abound in, it won't be in the abundance of what you have. It's going to be in the fulfillment of what you're doing. Your life makes sense. Let me put it that way. The activities going on in your life as a wealthy person begins to make sense to you when there is a purpose to your wealth. I remember one of the richest men in Africa, one of the richest men, that's what we should go, okay. Otedola, yes, I think, had a very interesting story about him, where he mentioned there was a point in his life where he was just asking, oh, he's wealthy, he's rich. What is this money for? What does he want to use it for? And then I think that was where his foundation started from. And that was where his NGO and his charity, initiatives came from. And he discovered it made a whole lot of sense to him. He was so fulfilled when he started those, NGOs and charity initiatives, to give back to society. The wealth he had as a person now had a solid and concrete meaning to it, because it's doing something to help someone, people who really needs it beyond himself. Yeah, so looking for a reason that is bigger than you, beyond yourself, makes sense to it why you should make more money. So that being said, laying a solid foundation, let's start laying the brick by brick on how to make more money. So I'll try as much as possible. We have 1 hour for this. This is the first, this is the pre-class to it. It's a free session, and we'll try as much as possible to unpack, if we can conclude in this session, then that's going to be in the official, paid session and I'm sure you guys will love it so much. You definitely jump on that offer. All right, so number one, I coin it here, whatever your hand finds to do. Number one way to make money is identify what's in your hand. See this? What do you hold? What are you carrying? What skills do you have? Before skills, let's start from the basic, the core. Pardon me, my face is all shiny right now. Okay, so before we go to skills and whatnot, certificates and all the good stuff, all the better stuff, let's talk about the core good stuff, which is what you're created with. God is such an intentional, is such an intentional God that He's not created anyone without anything to themselves. Every human being on earth has something to them that they carry that no one can take from them. Absolutely no one can take it away from you. It's in you. It's called talent. It's called talent. It comes to you effortlessly. One of my I have several talents. I'm grateful to God for that. I'm a multidimensional person. One of my talents that comes natural to me is the ability to draw. I can draw very well. I'm an artist at the core of it. And that has gone on to come as different monetary expression, as an artist, as an illustrator, as a content creator, as a graphics designer. Those are expressions of my talents. So I identify the things that are in my hands, what I have, which is one, my talent. Identify your talent. If possible, if there are so much, get a list, jot them down one after the other. Oh, I can do this, write them out. So I'm going to use art as an example of creativity because we have a lot of people that are very creative. So I think a lot of people will be able to connect with that. Art. If you're a creative person, you know how to draw, you know how to make excellent sketches, you know how to do illustrations. All right, that's your talent. Now, the second part is your skills. Now, skill is the things you learned. They didn't necessarily come natural to you. They can be what you already have as a talent or not. But skill has to do with, it's more of technical, they are, how will I put it now? They're technical. That's why they call them technical skills. Hands-on, more of hands-on. You can do them. They are more of pragmatic than intellectual book stuff, okay? So these skills, they could be the talent you already have, or you could learn them from scratch. Being an artist, the artist is the talent you have, right? The art is the talent you have. You could learn a skill such as graphics design. You could train as a graphic designer. That's the skill. Now, beyond that, you can go to school properly to learn creative arts or graphics design, all right, or fine arts or visual arts, either from the Polytechnic, from the colleges of education, from universities, from colleges, all across the world, whatever tertiary institution or technical college you want to batch the certificate from, either a working institution or a virtual distant learning platform. Now that's a certificate. That's the third layer of what's in your hands. Remember, we're saying, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all diligence. That's number one way of making more money. Identifying the things you have with you, your talent, your skills, the things you learned, graphics design, bag making, shoe making, cobbling, hairdressing, hair making, wig making, makeup, you know. It could be even lipstick, manufacturing of your own lipstick. Yeah, I've seen a number of ladies online that have a lip gloss business and they're doing quite well. You could be a journaling company that does stationaries. You know, you could go learn that as a trade. Now, the third level is going to school proper for it. You are an architect, you are a fine artist, you're a creative designer, you're a fashion designer, you know, that's the certificate, the book part of it. All right. And then the third part of it is experience, the things you've had years of experience in, both your environment, you've been in that environment so long, you know so much about it, you are an authority in that field, you're a consultant. So at that level, it's consultancy. It naturally does not have to be what you're born with. Over the years, you've mastered the skills, you've picked up the book stuff, or you've gone on your own to do a lot of reading. Education goes beyond school. You know, we have the formal, and then you can do a lot of informal education by reading up things on your own. That's a solid way of educating yourself. And at this stage, you become a consultant in that field. You can give authoritative statements. You can help people build structure and businesses. You're a consultant. So these are the 4 levels of what's in your hand that you can make money from. So identify them. What are the talents you have? What are the skills you have? What are the certificates you have? What can you give excellent consultancy in? Thank you. If you're loving this video, just double tap on your screen. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. What area, what skills can you be a consultant in and you'll be paid for it? Yes, so those are the 4 levels of what's in your hand. So whichever level you're at, identify them, be honest about them. If you have to be explicit, like I said, get a journal, get a book, list them one by one, because there's something when you write things down, there's something it does to you. It gives you clarity. It clarifies your mind. You know what you're dealing with. They are not just random thoughts in your head. That's why journaling is so important. All right, so get a book, you know, list them line after the other. All right, so I'm trying to check this. Oh, I have the skill, I have this talent. So we're talking about someone who we're using an example of someone who has the skill, the talent of hearts. The person can draw. Now this person can go ahead to learn skills like, graphics design. I learned graphics design, and you have a certificate in visual arts, or you're an architect or a construction engineer. You write that out, and then maybe you haven't gotten to the level of consultancy, but you're just at the level of, you have a certificate in architecture, you know how to draw, you can draw very well, which is your skill, your talent, that's natural to you. And then you went ahead to learn AutoCAD, that's a skill. Whatever you learned that is beyond the natural talent that you're born with, or that comes natural to you, is a skill. You could either learn it for free, maybe by interning, or by being in that environment. You've been around your sister that does fabrics, that has a big fabric store in town. You've helped her manage her store and all. You are learning. That's business training right there, unpaid. While you're helping her, you're also building a wealth of knowledge into yourself that you can use as money later on. Now, the third part is you actually went to school to learn that. So now all of this, you've charted them down line by line. You're explicit as possible. You analyze everything. Now, the second part is now research always in the industry you're in that industry, even outside of that industry. both locally in your environment and global. Now, beautiful. AI is the new kid on the block. Now, AI is the new trend, The world has gone global. It's a global village now, and you can learn anything. Gemini is there for you. ChatGPT is there for you. AI is your friend now. Just input in your AI or ask questions around. What job can be done with this skill? All right, you learn graphics design, or you are a copywriter, you know how to write. What can I do with my writing skill? What can I do with I've learned AutoCAD, SketchUp, Revit, 3D. I know how to do this. What organizations, who are the people that needs the skills from me? Now you research them. Oh, interior design companies need graphics designer. All organization needs graphics designer. Make your research. Oh, this type of organization needs this. Or you could even create an ecosystem. And you say, oh, you're in this environment. During summer, the kids just go and they go back to learn stuff that they've been learning in school. I could start an arts club. I could start an art class for kids during summer, for a token, for the 1 month time that they are going to be on break, or 2 months, depending on how long summer is at your side. And then you chart a package. Oh, if you want to do this, your kids will learn this, your kids will learn how to draw, your kids will learn music, your kids will learn, you could even put in fun activity like swimming, game time, karaoke, bungee jumping, not the extreme one, but the very playful, safe one for kids. And if it's an adult group, you could craft a whole vacation package. That's you analyzing your skill and saying, this is where the money is in this industry. How can I apply my skill, my talent, my certificate, and my consultancy? How can I apply it to this area of this industry where there is money? All right. And now just keep working on it. So I still want to use a solid example, which is hard, because I feel like when I use an example all the way, people get a clearer picture. So art is your talent. You went ahead to learn a skill, Revit, AutoCAD, whatnot, and you have a certificate in building construction. All right. But you've not gotten to the level of consultancy. Now, you can go ahead and be a graphic designer for big corporations. One, you could freelance. All right. You could work with organizations that do free graphics design. You just put your work up there. Anyone that wants to use it pays you, to use your work. That's a way of making money. Another way is you could work officially with an organization, a full 9 to 5, staff, and you're paid in the what or what. But sometimes, depending on your level, you might not fully be paid what you think you're worth. You have to be honest, especially if you're an entry level person in that industry. Be honest with yourself. Have I done so much work to equate this volume or this income I'm projecting at my body of knowledge? Is it commensurate? So you have to be honest with yourself. And sometimes, oh, am I getting knowledge and less pay that will bring more pay later? Or am I getting more pay and I'm not so concerned about the knowledge, because you already have the knowledge, because there's already years of experience to back that claim for more income up. Are you getting me? All right. So thank you. Please thumbs the video if you're loving this. Thank you. I love the reaction. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. So we run on it. I don't want to take too long. There's a whole lot, but I just want to give us like a warm up. That's what it's called. For you to have an idea of extensively what we're going to be doing in the coaching session proper. All right. Imagine the package how solid that's going to be if this is just like a pre-coaching class. We are warming up. All of this, we are warming up. Just imagine how amazing, all right, the package itself is going to be. I'm excited myself for it because I know lives will be transformed. Lives will be transformed, and I'm so excited for that transformation. All right, so this artist goes on to learn graphics design, goes on to learn AutoCAD 3D. The artist could work in an architectural firm. It could work as a graphic designer. It could design his own art package. It could start up an art club. Start up an art club with membership, paid subscription. You could start a YouTube channel and create art content on there, which will later be monetized. You could have e-products on. You could create a coloring book on your platform, sell it on different platforms like Amazon, like Kindle, like Amazon KDP, yes. You could sell it on Seller. You could print out, publish your different products. All right. Maybe you have a book for graphics designers that puts all they need in the first 5 years of your career or in the first 2 years of your career, everything they need. You could just put it into an ebook, into digital products, and have it up on your platform. You could print it out. Printing now is quite affordable. Gone are the days where people can take 2 or 3, 5 years to publish a book because of capital. No, nowadays, you could print 10, 20 copies on demand as people are demanding for it. You're sending orders to the printing press and you're getting them out. That is one solid way to make money. That is a solid way to make money. All right. So still on the art, this artist goes on to, he has a certificate in architecture or building construction. Now, this person can actually have a 9-to-5 job in an architectural firm. Yes, if that aligns with his goal at that stage of his life. All right? Or it could be a freelance 3D artist that does contract jobs with big architectural firms. It gets even more interesting. If he has more certificates, he could take up a job as a lecturer. He could take up a job as a lecturer. He could have a platform, where he also trains other artists or architects or building engineers, in his footsteps. So that's a way. Still talking about the persona that we created of an artist that has a graphic design skill, that has AutoCAD design skill, and also has a certificate. We're still talking about that. So whatever your own talent or skill is, you just pattern it in this way. What do I have? What are the industries that need this? Now, how does what I have, how does it solve people's problem in that industry? This artist knows people love to celebrate one another. They love to celebrate their siblings, their parents, their spouses, and he's very good with making portraits. A side of his art business could be making portraits and charging appropriately. Not the regular roadside, no. It charges his worth appropriately. And now this is where honing your craft comes in. You have to develop your craft for you to confidently charge certain tag. For you to tag certain price, you have to own your crafts. You have to develop your craft so well. It's there is no argument about it. People are jumping on your offer ASAP. Oh, it's this person, I'm attending a course. Oh, it's this architect, she's drawing my plan, my house plan. Oh, this lady, she's making my wedding gown. Why? Because they've seen your work. So there's no argument about that. So this artist goes on to have a side business that helps people to do portrait. He might actually not even be the one doing the portrait. Now it gets interesting. This is where being creative comes in. We're talking about the third point, finding the pain points in your industry that people need. Focus on the needs of people. Once in a while, people get it, yeah. But you see need, the things that are need in a society. If you can lock into that need, that's it. That's your word code right there. You've unlocked something super amazing there. What do people need in that industry? All these skills I have, I can do this, I can write, I can do this, I can speak, I can do this, you can compare MC and stuff. Where are they needed? Now, the fourth thing is visibility. Don't be a light and you're hiding yourself under a bushel like, oh, I don't know what people will say. People will say whatever they want to say. What do you want to say about you at the end of the day? You need the money for purpose. But you're hiding. Hide and seek. People don't know what you do. People don't know what you're about. Put yourself out there. Have a platform where your work is showcased. You're an architect. You have an Instagram platform. All the drawings you've made, the before, and then when the client made the drawing, the final product we can see, and it makes sense. Oh wow, this is the before. It makes sense. People understand your process. Sometimes, for people who don't mind, they get a bit vulnerable. They share the background story of their business, how they went to Cotonou to sort this particular. I know of a particular. She's a lawyer, and she has a thriving food business. She sells fruit. She sells agbalumo. A barrister at law, a solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. She has this food on her WhatsApp page. You see, I say, oh, cherry, so, porridge is ready with this ayamase sauce. She packages her ayamase sauce. I'm sure she didn't learn that in school. She must have learned that maybe from her mom, or she's a natural cook. She branded that talent of cooking that she has, even though she has a law firm. So talking about using all parts of you, maximizing your 5 talents. Yours might be one talent, but that one talent, there's a lot of expression that can come from it. You're a fashion designer, and that's just what you're good at. That's also what you went to school to study. Beautiful. Your tentacles are not spread like others that are multidimensional. Beautiful. It's fine. How do you diversify? Diversify is the word. You can start as, your one butterfly sewing machine. From there, 1 or 2 apprentices, you start training them. It's like a mini academy in your store, in your fashion, in your fashion store. Then from there, you move into Ankara sourcing. You become the trusted in markets for, you want the best of Ankara in this area, go to so. So from being just a tailor, let me go to the bear. You don't do illustration, you're not, Arte Grand, kind of fashion designer. You're just a tailor with your butterfly, sewing machine. You do your thing, you train 1 person, then 5% after 2 years. You can diversify into selling fabrics. From selling fabrics, you can go and learn illustration. I've trained amazing fashion designers in my locality and globally on the art of fashion illustrations. And I love it when I see some, they are big women in their crafts. They come to class with their sketch pad and pencil, and like they want to learn how to draw. That's the beauty of learning. That's the beauty of certain platforms like coaching to improve on yourself, to develop, to be a better person. We never stop learning. Learning is from cradle to the grave. Forever we learn. So they come, they learn this, and then they go back to their fashion school, and then they brand it as a package to their students. And then subsequently, I see their, their timeline, their page, and now what just used to be fashion, draft pattern, they've included fashion illustration. And I'm happy, I'm excited that yes, I'm helping this brand to increase their portfolio. They're better themselves, and they're also putting out solid fashion designers that can't just sew, but they know how to design, to make their design from scratch. I taught them how to make, how to get inspirations from nature, like rose. How do you design a red carpet dress from rose petals? Amazing stuff on there. And then I see their works later and I'm like, this is amazing. This is what we're talking about. All right, so I'm going to run up on it again. I don't want us to spend too much time. My face is all glowing up here. And so I'll run up on it. Number one, identify the things that are in your hands. What do you have? Whatever your hands find to do it with all diligence. That's number one. Number two, research all the ways to make money in that industry. Go online, ask questions, check people's platform. What do they do? How do they convert this skill to money? How do you convert? Well, now that's conversion of your skill into, we're going to talk about it extensively in the course proper itself. This is a pre-course, remember? So the details, because they're very detailed, we can't unpack it here. The details of how you come from, I'm a graphic designer, to now making $100,000. Yeah, we're going to unpack that in the coaching proper itself. Now, the third thing I talked about is refining your skill. Keep improving, learning, getting better over and over and over and over again till you get to the point where you actually charge. Like, whatever it is you're charging, you're giving people value for their money. And that's how it flows in. You're meeting people's need. You're meeting their need. And that way, your need for more money is met. So thank you so much. I don't want this to drag so long. Yes. This is almost like an hour. I don't want it to drag so long. Okay, so I'll be seeing you guys in the class. We should drop that very soon. The package is ready and we'll roll it out in the coming days. All right, so guys, thank you. If you're on the WhatsApp platform, just drop your question on there. I think we could still do a question and answer. I don't think I'll be able to take question and answer on air because of the setup of my camera setup right here and all. So yeah, from that, so we'll have to run up. Thank you so much, guys. Please just drop in the comment section what do you like most. Sweating on here. All right, next time we'll turn on easy. All right, guys, just drop in the comment section what's your best part. I'll try and read. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Dr. Tosin from Quest Coaching Company, and till next time, bye bye, love you, and stay blessed.